Why is my... Why are you not working? Sorry. I was typing in the comments, come say hello. But I think my computer says no. I think the computer's fed up of me. Keyboard bashing all the time. So the enter button has decided that it's just going to do its own thing. My mouse has decided it wants to do its own thing. So I might just do my own thing, leave the computer behind.
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna do my own thing. Gonna run away. Join the circus for a while.
You would not even get accepted into the circus.
I would.
As the clown, maybe.
It's the clown.
Hello, Michelle. Somebody's speaking to me. Can everybody join and say hello? Might just have a karaoke session.
Yeah,
I might just stay live for like an hour and just have a karaoke session.
do it.
Yeah, why not? What should I sing? Give me a song. A song that I would know the words to. And I'll sing for you. I just came live. I wanted to come on, chat to you. Let's have a little bit of a chat, shall we? Let's see how you're all doing today. Brett has been live, showing you guys around the car that's selling like a wet fart.
The best selling car I've ever done.
I don't know.
As it's instant. We're £20,000 away from taking him on the contest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you all just want holidays and cash? I don't know. Nobody gives me any feedback anymore. The group is quiet. I don't know where everybody is. The pages are quiet. And the only interaction I get nowadays is TikTok. I don't know what has happened and I don't know where everybody has gone. Is everybody just busy working? Is everybody just bored of Bounty? Just nobody wants to talk to us? I have no idea. But it is what it is. At the end of the day.
It is what it is.
We are trying to give you guys... The annoying thing is, right, I am spending so much hours of my day with this gimbal, taking videos, doing different things for content, etc., etc. And social media just won't put it out to people that want to see it, which is annoying. So I am spending all this time, and I'm actually putting money into some of it as well. And it's just dire, absolutely dire. And I don't know how to get you guys the content anymore because a lot of people are saying that they don't see anything, which I can't do anything about, unfortunately. If social media isn't going to give us any views, then it is what it is. Michelle says, can you look into relaxed holidays for kids with autism? Guys, as we find it tricky taking our daughter away on holiday, we can indeed, Michelle. The perfect holiday for you would probably be one of our villas then, where you have nobody, you've got nobody annoying you, you've got nobody onlooking you, you are just in your own zone with your own pool, your own kitchen and bathrooms, you ain't got to share with anyone. And close by to you, you've got activities, but you've also got restaurants and bars and stuff and shops if you want to go and use that as well. I think Kayla did say she was going to put on another villa today, I think. I'm sure she said she was going to put on today. But yeah, I'm just finding just now, it's just, you know what? I am feeling a little bit deflated. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's because it's Monday, but I feel like me and Calvin are putting all this effort into Bounty, and it's just, when you've got one of them lines and it's like, I feel like we're just on this straight, constant line. There's nothing exciting happening. Like it was going so good when we had the 250k winner, 100k, the 50k. I've got on a 75 right now. I have on a 75 grand right now and it's 75p to enter. And I just feel like it's just flat. It's like a flat fizzy juice that's got no bubbles. There's just nothing bubbling at Bounty at the moment. And I don't know, I'm just being truthfully honest with you, is I don't know what to give you anymore. It's like being in a dead relationship. I
I feel like you're aiming that at me.
feel like
I'm starting to think,
I feel like
anybody doing pre-divorces on any of their websites? Tell
I
me it.
feel like we are putting in so much work, sleepless nights and everything to give you guys and source these prizes and stuff and to think of ideas that we haven't done before. And I don't know, it's like we're just not getting it right. And you aren't giving me any hope for putting on any more houses, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, it's like, and I know all the competition sites is like this just now, and I've said it before. I'm not going to lie, it's an oversaturated market. There's far too many competitions sites out there, and you see when people message me saying, "Can I get advice for starting up a competition site?" I wouldn't do it if I'm honest with you. There's too many of them. I'm just completely honest with you. This isn't a goodbye. It's not a goodbye, Stephen. Never a goodbye.
Another year or so. If it's the same in a year's time, then that'll probably be it. Like, well, we'll see.
I think the problem with competition sites is there's too many people. There's people that are selling false dreams as well. Like, personally speaking, I just think there's that many of us now. Like, we always make a joke and say, what household hasn't got a competition site or started or tried a competition site? And it is true. Well, you could get a McLaren from us, you could get a McLaren from the next competition site, you could get a Ferrari from one, you could get a Lamborghini from one, you could get a house from every single one of them now. Yeah, there is. There's too many. So
I think our problem is we don't want to go back to doing mini draws. Like,
I don't want to do many
I
draws.
really don't. But as a perfect example today, I know people laugh and joke, but you just make loads of money on that. I'm telling you now.
The marketing costs
I've
right
got
now,
15
ridiculous.
minutes to plus 100 grand a month for all our staff, the web team. That's just for the running costs alone. Then you've got transaction fees, you've got this, that, and the other. And since Christmas, we've been pissing in the wind, guys. We've been taking some fairly big hits lately. And that Audi Q7 is one of them. Right now, we're 22, because people look at the cash alternative, that's what we're being offered by a trader. That car was £55,000. So as it stands now, it's £20,000 away from even breaking even on that car. So
Stephen says, just remember you guys were the ones that started all this and made a lot of streams come
cheers, Steve.
We actually had an email, was it Friday? I can't remember what day it was, from basically it comes from like the House of Commons and I can't say the word on Facebook, but somebody very, very high up in the government section, shall we say. And we had this email to say that because we are the market leader in Scotland, although I would never say that because I ain't got a big head, they were like, because you're the market leader in Scotland, we want to talk to you about certain things that they're hoping to change in the industry. And I actually felt really quite like, oh, that was nice. Like, that was a really nice, although it's an email to do with like helping the industry and changing the industry, it's quite nice that somebody wants our input. And like they said that we were the market, not the market leader,
There was something like that.
there's something leading in the industry.
Yes.
So whatever posh word you
And
use
it's
anyway.
not something that we've ever claimed to be.
No.
Me and Leanne, and we've just ran these competitions from the very word go, what was it, kettles and toasters. Then, you know, thanks to you guys, we got busier and busier to the point where things just got absolutely crazy. And I know in business you have ups and downs, you can't always be good.
It's not always sunshine and roses.
But for the last good 6 months, we've been taking some huge hits, and we're just have to see how long we can keep it going, guys. Or I don't want to slow it down, because then I just feel like that's admitting defeat. But as it stands now, most things haven't been selling out, especially the big prizes. Do we need to bring mini draws back to sell them out? Do we have that? I don't want to.
I'm not bothered how you do the draws, mini or no mini draws. I'm cool, whatever you guys do. What I don't want to do is go back to mini draws, and then people would get annoyed because if you get somebody that wins 50 entries into, say, a car competition, would that bother somebody else that could only afford the one? And that's why we stopped doing them, was because there was too many people that started giving us stick. And the only reason we ever done mini draws when we first started was to sell out the competitions, because without doing them, they wouldn't have sold out. But now, like Meg's saying, she says, I honestly think that you have too many comps running at the same time every day, that folk just don't have the money to do them all. That's just my opinion. That's true, Meg. But unfortunately...
That's my opinion for that. Sorry for putting in, Leanne. That we grew to a point where we were doing that many competitions that the business grew to the point where we've took on loads of staff now that we need to run that many competitions to be able to bills.
And we have to run that many competitions now because marketing is absolutely extortionate. STV alone, we were over £30,000 a month. A lot of people were saying to us, like, oh, you make so much money, boo, boo, boo. And I was like, well, you ain't seen the outgoing costs of what we were actually putting into some. Like, our accountant actually said to us, you realise that you're almost 500 grand in advertising on one platform. So that is why we quit some of it, because I was like, do you bring in that much off of the advertising? Do you hell? Do you hell? What a load of shite. But that's just my honest opinion. Is there any proof that you get that much out of doing that much marketing? No. And it's so hard to reach. See, all you guys, what I've noticed as well. So here's a new thing that Facebook are doing. If you follow bounty competitions and you haven't interacted with us for a long time, Facebook has now started removing you from the followers. So all the years of us building up a following is now starting to come down, because this was rolled out in November last year, and basically
we've lost about 2,000 followers.
Yeah,
a couple of months.
For no reason, absolutely no reason. It's good to get rid of the bots. That's fine. But yeah, that's a new thing. November last year that they started doing, where it's like an AI where they start removing followers that don't interact with you anymore, which is also crap. So right now we are literally up against everything, and I feel like we're throwing out all these prizes for you, i.e. the McLaren. I've done loads of promo on it. I don't know how to tell you about it anymore. We've sent out emails. There has been a text sent out today about the Audi. That costs us about 10 grand a text. And I just feel like I've even tried posting in groups on Facebook. Well, the admins of the groups have a stick up their ass and they never let you post. Angie says, I'd rein back on the daily cash competitions and go back to a few varying amounts of cash competitions a week. No mini draws, perhaps a few cheaper cars and holiday vouchers, so we can choose holidays we prefer. I wouldn't go for a beach holiday. They bore me. Sorry, no offence. That's the thing, Angie. We have switched up so much lately as well. We've got Vegas on. We've got a Jamaica sat there. We've got the Villa holidays, which isn't obviously a beach holiday. We've done Paris to Disney. We've had the Maldives, which is obviously a beach style holiday. So we've literally got every single different thing happening, and we just cannot. The holidays have been selling out.
Yeah, the holidays in cash have been fine, but it's mainly the cars nowadays. But
I'm at the point where I'm like,
should we just stop doing cars? Yeah, it's pointless. Like literally, it's costing us a fortune, and we're losing loads of money on the cars. So, especially today with that Q7, that's the worst selling car we've ever done. Like I keep saying, £20,000 away from even taking the money and what the car costs, because we have to buy the products. We don't get them for free. So yeah, it's just one of them. It's asking what's happening, not a lot. They were just having a chat.
I'm in for them. Best of luck, Neil. Stephen says you could just do a small prize on a Monday and leave the bigger prizes for a Friday. Just a thought. So obviously we've changed now to a Monday and a Thursday. Reason being is Fridays Well, that was another thing. Maybe we've upset a few people because of the change in days. Maybe there has been a lot of problems with our site, but without you guys telling us that if any issues or send us screenshots of the issues, we don't know about it. So recently there's been a lot of problems with the iPhone, anything older than an iPhone 12. A lot of people are having problems with our app. So we have the team at Reffle trying to get that sorted the best that they can, but without you guys giving us all the details on error codes and stuff like that, we're literally just, we don't know what's happening. Oh, thanks, is it Sheena? Thank you so much. You guys, you bring joy to people, but remember you can't please everyone. Keep up the good work, tweaking where it needs tweaking. Thanks, Gloria. Andrew says, city breaks, some folk can't get that amount of time off. I only enter with you guys. I love the Q7, but to be honest, that cash incentive is attractive. Thank you very much, Angie.
Tell you now, 43 grand is nice, but that car cost a lot more. It was
Take
55 grand.
You can take the cars to different traders as well. You don't have to take the cash amounts that we get offered. That is what a trader is offering, but doesn't mean that you cannot go and shop about and try different people, and you'll maybe get a couple of grand more. You maybe won't, but you know, come off at Facebook and contact TikTok.
No problems like Facebook.
No, we're not having issues with Facebook. It's just, I think what's happened is
our original page went down, we went right out the algorithm and we've just never got back into it.
And it's impossible to get back in it again.
That's what's happened. So whoever done it to us, well done. You threw a good spanner in the works, but it is what it is. Well, we'll keep going. You know what I mean? We just, if it means that we have to drop down and do less prizes, then so be it. We're not going to give up, but are we going to be able to keep going at this, you know, supercars, fancy cars and all that? Probably not. Unfortunately.
Supercars and fancy cars, right? Everyone was asking loads, and I'm saying everyone as a generic thing, but loads of people were asking for a family car, 7-seater car, etc., etc. So I went and got the Audi Q7, and it's nowhere near even
7-seater.
I know. 7-seater. Angie says it's working fine now with the banner access to the page. Fantastic, Angie. I'd love to win a little garden shed, says Misty.
We often do them, actually. Often do garden sheds. We'll get more on. It's coming up to that time of year.
Stephen is correct with TikTok and YouTube. We've actually had quite a few people find us through YouTube. But the way things is going is we reach more people on TikTok than what we do anywhere else. But then again, what I hate is I could do a video of myself dancing in my kitchen with a stupid song attached to it, and you will get thousands of people that will view that video. But if I do a video of a beautiful McLaren that costs £90,000 and spend a lot of time on that video, a couple hundred views, because they don't push it out. They do not push out essentially business content, which is crap. It's absolutely crap. A house makeover or a garden makeover, says Meg. Fantastic. We were, well, this is the thing, we want to give you these prizes. We were looking at obviously the garden makeover, but now I'm a bit skeptical because I'm like, people even going to enter for the garden makeover?
Garden makeover they will, and I've had it confirmed from Ben. He's happy for us to do garden makeover.
Annabelle says, I will put an entry when my daughter comes in from school. She has my phone. Rodney, why not just do one car a week, do the weekend breaks, but do one big holiday, 99p, 100k is brill, but like take cash amounts down a little bit so it's not putting you out of pocket, and do more phones or something like that.
See, this is where we're at though. The business grew in its peak to this big size, and we took on all these staff and we upgraded our servers to Amazon servers. Honestly, guys, I could write a book about how much it costs per month on this business. So, you know, we do need to run enough prizes to kind of cover the costs of the business before even anything else. I mean, it's obviously the main aim is to look after our customers and get winners, but that's the reason why we run so many competitions. It isn't anything to do with, as some of the haters say, being greedy and all that shit. It's just we have to because of the way that the business grew. But now it's like we're going to have to shrink the business, and unfortunately, people's going to lose their jobs. I really don't want to be that guy. I've never sacked anyone in my life. Well, maybe when I was in construction, but yeah, it's getting a bit like, oh man, I'm be like talking about what does the future hold. But he ain't going to give up because me and Liam will just have to go back to doing everything.
Yeah, we're not giving up at the end of the day, but I just feel like with an oversaturated market of competition sites, it's like everybody's now doing like 5p competitions. Do I want to go down to 5p? No, I don't. 10p is as low as what we're going. Do I want to go back to mini draws or like giving out ticket bundles? No, I don't. I just feel like
I think we'd lose even more customers if I'm honest. It would piss everybody off if we started doing mini draws
I
again.
think we've always kept it at like a fair sort of good, happy medium here at Bounty. We've never went OTT. I wouldn't say, oh, let's charge 20 odd pound an entry. No.
Cheers, Rodney. Thanks, mate. I totally get what you're saying, though, mate. With you, I agree with everybody that's saying what they're saying, but we just weren't. As we know, the running costs of this company, it's colossal, isn't it?
Mhm.
It'd be because we did slow it down for a while, and then we looked and we went shit. And we were like, some weeks, what the prices that we were putting on weren't even covering the weekly costs of the business. We were running out.
And the times that I bucked up, I remember, was it a golf or a polo?
And you
Calvin was like,
on it, yeah.
I was like, Leanne, you're not even covering the cost of the car. And we had to just go with it because once it's live. You cannot change it.
Yeah. It is what it is, so but like I said, we're not this isn't a message. We're just chatting, we're telling you what's now
We just came on for a chat.
telling you how it is. There's no point in saying everything's hunky dory because it's not great right now, but it is what it is. It's happening. I even look at some of the even bigger boys in this industry and they're struggling, you know, to sell things out and that and even break even on things. So it's happening industry wide. But again, I think Leanne goes back to saying it's just an oversaturated market now. And there's so much choice. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Well, I mean,
Have to slow it down, we'll slow it down.
for instance, look at Anton's team. They're building competition sites left, right, and centre. And it's like it's become, I don't know why it's become a new craze. I don't feel like running a competition business, people really know what they're getting into at the time.
Believe me, before I started this one, I fucking brown hair. I was around 4 stones eater and I wasn't stressed out. Now all I do is sit here having panic attacks. I can't even get the hairdressers. Leanne has to cut my hair. But think about paper face. Everyone is flesh, yeah. Your physical well-being and mental well-being.
Spend 24 hours a day, 7 days a
Saturday,
week working. And then you get people moaning because you've missed one Friday draw.
Do you know what? I still do enjoy it.
Yeah.
Feeling a change in people's lives, it is worthwhile.
We love running bounty competitions, but we just need you guys' feedback. I'm taking in all this as well, what you guys are saying. Angie says to scale back on the fancy cars as it's a niche market, maybe cars up to the value of 15 to 20k. We tried the cheaper cars. We do have a cheaper car going on today. What is it? Seat.
The Seat Leondale,
Seat Leon.
it was a 19 grand car.
So we are mixing it up, but then again, we've done cheaper cars and then they've been a flop. So it's so.
I tried instant wins and everyone loved them, and then it just that camping instant win. I think we lost about £30,000 on that competition in the end.
Jeez, yeah, that
after marketing costs, we took a 30 grand hit the other week on that one. So that's what I mean. You can't keep taking big hits and then move forward and do even bigger stuff. So
everyone's like, do another £1 million. Can you imagine done another million?
The end of the business for sure if we tried to do another mill. Loved you guys since the beginning. Would love you more if I could win. Good luck, Tracy. Fingers crossed. You guys still have a good following. Some people do, but nobody's seeing the posts. I
think that is the most irritating thing is we have a following over all of our social media platforms of over 400,000. Now we are not like some of them other sites out there that have bought a following. We've literally grown organically. We haven't went and purchased follow. I can't actually believe it. There's some people that do that, but we've literally grown organically from the very, very beginning. And I remember from the very beginning, I remember when we got our first 10,000 followers and we got the balloons. And then it was like within a week, it was like 20,000 followers. We got another set of balloons and we kept doing that. We had so much fun doing these things, but then social media gets a little bit touchy because you get people out there that want to try and ruin everything that you've built up for some reason. And like posts were getting removed and we had to watch what we were saying with certain things. So
Became a bit like you couldn't speak.
yeah, you had to literally put yourself on mute.
We just weren't ourselves. It's like
Yeah,
it's we've only just started being able to say what we want again and have a laugh again.
but we've got almost 400,000 people across all of our social media platforms, and you'd be lucky if 10% of that following even see our posts.
Pete says, you have my spot. Casey's saying, why don't you do an English commentary? So I'm not laughing there, Casey. We're open to the whole of the UK.
Yeah.
The whole of the UK, we always have been. That's maybe confusing a lot of people as well. I just need to say, all competition sites are open to the whole of the UK and Ireland. So wherever you are, what it is, it doesn't matter. I could open an English only party competitions right now, but it would be building up the following on it. That's the problem in getting people to see it. That's the whole problem. So now we're open to the whole of the UK. You can enter wherever you're from as long as you're in the UK.
So this was another one, Angie saying, the package for the supercar, cash and holiday is incredible. However, it may have been better seller if it had been individual competitions, just a suggestion. So with that, we took on board what everybody was saying, how when you get a supercar, they can't afford to run them. So I said, add in £30,000, nobody can complain. And then I said, everybody loves Las Vegas when we put that on. So we just decided to go with it. And I don't know if it's the car, I don't know if it's because it's such a big package, but there is the £90,000 cash alternative. Time to branch out in Europe, says Stephen. Barbara says, I think the handbag was a waste of money. Instant Win was good on the old website. The new website is a bit boring and not well.
I'm going to tell the truth. I agree. I absolutely hate the new website. I think it's a piece of shit.
And Barbara's like, spend.
I absolutely, I agree. I hate the new website. The old website was miles better.
I will say, though, Barbara, you're wrong with the handbag. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, that's fine. The last one went really, really well. That's the only reason I got another one on it. This one is actually going really well. I think there's over 6,000 entries sold, and it only went live yesterday.
Yeah. So
that's the thing. Orange Birkin or a McLaren.
Yeah. Run about pennies here as well. For 50 pence, you stand a chance to win that 13 grand handbag. But for 99p, you stand a chance to win that McLaren with for 30 grand and a luxurious holiday worth £10,000. You know, we're in about peanuts here, guys. Like it's bad what we're offering as prizes.
Thanks, Misty. She says you guys see it from the inside and we see it from the outside. You guys know best how things work, and you're always doing what you feel is best for us. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much.
Misty. We are just gonna, like I said, we're just having a chat with you. Things have been pretty crap the last 4 months. Most of our bigger prizes haven't been selling out by a long shot. So yeah, we're just now starting to think it's not really getting any better. So now we have to start thinking what we're going to do about it.
So like the cash instant, it's going great. It's going absolutely fabulous. But then if you were to run too many of them at the same time, then they don't sell. So we try and keep it to just maybe one instant, because like we said, we didn't want to turn into a site that was just instant wins. Rodney says, why not go back to the ones that you did before when you were getting them sold out, and that works for you? Because even that, like you think about, if you look back to what year was it? We'd done the exact same, not that exact car, but McLaren.
It's the same model.
Yeah.
It's the same model. That was when we first started.
And it was like
4 hours and it sold out.
Gone.
I couldn't believe it.
We've done a house.
Absolutely nuts.
A house sold out in 24 hours. A couple of houses sold out in 24 hours. We've done a villa. That sold out rapid. Like literally, there's so many competitions that we've done. back then that flew out. Angie says, I dislike the new site. You can't see all the photos of the cars, etc. Also, when you select cash comps or cars and purchase entries or look at the details, it takes you back to all the prizes. Personally, I don't like the instance, no offence. That's not a problem at all, Angie. There is a lot of things that we want to change on our new site.
To be honest, I think we should just have. I know we can't go back to the old website now because it's gone. It's been deleted. The two worst things that ever happened in this business was the original Facebook page going down when we were at our biggest and best, which was when we'd done that house in Granham, down in Bridge of Don, and it sold out within 2 weeks. Our biggest ever house prize it was. So that was the worst thing that ever happened. The second worst thing was launching the website on the day that our Facebook page went down. And we should have never have ever changed the website. And I do agree, and I can only apologise for that. But we're just in too deep with it now. We went for it, and there's no way of switching back over to the old one anymore. But I totally hear where you lot are all coming from. I've had people physically telling me to my face that they hate the new website and it's shit. I've had people messaging the page saying that they're not entering anymore because they don't like the new website, but it's all we've got right now.
Lynette says you need to get out to more events to push publicity. People either don't know who you are or have forgotten you. Fun events, car shows and such alike. See, it's the thing, right? All these events that are planned for this year are all in dates that we cannot manage because there is car shows when the kids' holidays are on, and when the kids' holidays are on, that's our time with Kobe. So we have then booked holidays to take Kobe away, which is a bit of a nightmare. Or there is, like we says, we're going to do the Tuddah show at the same time as the Tuddah show. There is a car show on that we have sponsored, but we've also sponsored Tuddah show.
But then we found that we haven't even got a stall at Tuddah show. So we will be at Aberdeen Performance Car Show this year.
But then the problem with that is most of the people will be at Tuddah show.
Yeah.
Because that weekend, the Aberdeenshire, the Tuddah show is
and then you get to the point where we do make the effort and change things and go to a charity event, then we get slagged off for it. So we'll never be able to win.
True, Angie. So I can see 90 people watching because I can see all the different platforms. But Angie says even now there's only 54 people on Facebook viewing, where it used to be hundreds. I honestly don't think people are getting notifications. They're not. Absolutely, nobody's getting notifications. Nobody's seeing our posts. Even Kayla said she was scrolling through her normal newsfeed on her profile. She's obviously following bounty competitions for a long time, and she's then found that she's come across a post and it'll say 4 days ago. And it's like, well, why is it not popping up on people's news feeds when you post it? I have no idea. Lynette says, give Kobe to me for some events. You have staff that could do one event when you go to the other.
Well, the staff don't want to do it unless we're there, because last time they did do that, everyone just said, where's Calvin and Leanne? And they said, oh, they couldn't make it today, and they would just walk off. They didn't want to speak to our staff.
I actually said as well, I like 90% when we first started, 90% of our customers were Aberdeenshire. And I says to Calvin, I think maybe people Aberdeenshire are getting a little bit bored of competition sites, which fair enough. So I says maybe we have to start branching out to, like, because we've always targeted our, like, you always target your local area. So we've always mainly focused on events in the local area, charities in the local area, sponsoring in the local area, advertising in the local area, STV in the local area. And I says, and we've even done radio in the local area, but I says, maybe we need to start going to different areas and start looking at venturing into more of like Dundee, Central Belt and further. Like, although we get a lot of people from, like, recently we had, what was it, Fife?
We're just,
Glasgow, Falkirk.
We're about to drop off the Focus RS on Wednesday in Fife as well. So
we've had a lot of winners in those areas, but what we need is those winners to tell their friends and family that about bounty competitions and spread the word in those areas. I'm getting notifications, but only when I'm on Facebook, so not getting the live notifications to watch them when not on. Gillian says, need to bigger in the wider area, spread the word. Yes, it's just so difficult.
It is.
Because you spend all this money on marketing, and say like Facebook marketing, like we'll spend like £1,000 on one ad, and you'll target an area. Well, why are you not getting customers from that area? Like, why are you not seeing it? My
They
wife,
don't know the brand, or they don't.
yeah.
I've never heard of it. Why would you enter something if you don't trust it or know it?
My wife's daughter won 100k with you. That's great money. I would be happy with 1k.
Well, you never know, Rodney. Fingers crossed, bud. Cheers, Angie. Like I say, onwards and upwards. We'll always adapt if we have to slow down.
That's true. Then we have said as well. Look, so for instance, Calvin's mum, her rent has just jumped up by a couple £100, and it's like, for what reason? So that is somebody in their 70s as well, and I just think like a lot of people are now facing getting all these high extortionate bills.
Shopping, food shopping.
Food shopping, like
It's totally understandable.
council tax has gone through the roof. Like our rates are through the roof for everything.
Business rates have
Yeah.
gone up again.
And it's absolutely. I'm being told as well. I need a water meter put in as well, and I'm like, does it stop? Like, then you've got to then. You then need to put your. You need to then get your income up to then pay all these outgoings. Like some of our holiday lets now, it's become extortionate to run them. People will be like, oh, it's expensive to stay for one night. You know what happened to us in Spain? Well, somebody said that we had that they caught Legionella, and they then pinpointed that it was our villa, but they had absolutely no proof from that. So we have then had to get testing and all that done on our entire villa. Turns out it wasn't our villa. You know what that cost? Almost €2,000.
Just had to pay that out today.
So that whole rent that we had, that 1 week rent for those people staying, we've now lost money for one rent. And it's made me that pissed off that I'm taking the hot tub out.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't our fault, but now, because of this, they now want us to do even more regular testing.
Every 2 months, they want 1,400 quid to go in and.
And I said, I'm not doing it. So we've got a pool. I says, I will just sell the hot tubs, just take the hot tubs out. All because of one guest, and I am extremely pissed off about it, if I'm honest with you, because that was an inconvenience to us, an inconvenience to our staff, and now it's a large bill that we've had to pay out for that, which I don't think is very fair on us. Like, because everything, we've always made sure everything.
100%. All our properties are proper, immaculate, all legally run, and all the rest of it. So it was a major kick in the balls that this morning when we opened up the laptop. Cheers, Helena. She said, you guys, such a shame you work so hard. Honestly, we do. We never stop. When I won, there was lots of people from Fife that followed, which was good to see. Cheers, Kyle. A lot of people in your area winning just now. I remember when I first won my car, a lot of it was word of mouth. Everyone in Dundee was playing our bounty hoodies. Were a great way to tell it. Cheers, Jill. Like I said, we did spread by word of mouth, and it's crazy. We never, ever dreamt that the business would get to where it was. But, you know, after 6 months of really, since the original page went down, which was September, then the 6 months, which has led up to now, have just been an absolute, a living nightmare, really, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I don't know how we managed to pull through it. We're starting a new page, a Calvin and Leanne page. But down to you guys really helping us spread the word, and now the original page has come back. We just don't, it just didn't seem to get back to where it was, unfortunately. So, but like I said, we'll keep pushing on, we'll keep doing what we can do, and if we just need to adapt and slow it down, we'll adapt and slow it down, you know. So we ain't going nowhere, baby.
See what happens tonight, guys. Obviously, it's Mega Monday. We start the draws at 6 o'clock tonight. This is a different way of Mega Monday, because now we're doing Mega Monday and Thunder Thursdays instead of Wild Wednesday and Phenomenal Friday. But this Audi Q7 is not looking good at all, and it's made us go, oh crap. Well,
yeah, well, that car was nearly 55 grand, so There'll be no more cars going on the website worth over 55 grand. That also makes me think about motorhomes, because we're going to start doing motorhomes.
I know.
Most of them are over 50 grand. It's the point.
They've also sort of thought, like, you guys are probably like, oh, boo-hoo, it's only one competition that's not selling out. It's not the point of...
Most of them haven't. Oh,
No, but what I'm saying is it's not the point of the odd competition not selling out or whatever. It is the sheer fact that all I am doing is trying to do all the marketing, and I cannot get you guys to see the posts, and I feel like I'm wasting my time. And I hate wasting my time. Like, literally, I sat down, we dropped Kobe off at school, and I've sat down at this computer since 9 o'clock this morning. And I will be on this computer probably until 10 o'clock at night working, doing content, doing posts, like emails and everything. And I just feel like everything that we're doing to try and get you guys, you know, share with you guys the cars, the competitions, the handbags, the cash competitions, the instant wins, it's not reaching yous. And without you guys interacting, sharing, liking and loving and all that, it gets even worse. It gets even worse. So all I can do is basically get you guys to try and get bounty competitions back out again. But without the cars and all that selling out again, definitely not looking at another house. Looking at the way other people's houses have sold lately, they've went like absolute dog poop. And to me, I just think any competition that puts a house competition on.
Villa last night, didn't we? And they only sold 60% of their entries as well. So it's just, I think everybody's feeling the same way in the whole industry. So that is what it is.
That's why I don't want to run into getting another house right now, because I'm like, if other competition sites aren't selling houses out or having to do mini draws on houses, like, we've never had to do a mini draw on a house. And I just think, like, can you imagine putting on a price worth like 300-400 grand and it's a major flop? It's just not worth it.
Make one to see a resin drive competition. That would be cool, actually, wouldn't it? Cheers, Rodney. Thank you. Houdini, long time no see. Not a lot, really, but we're just sharing our thoughts with you, as we always have.
Our Monday thoughts.
Yeah, nothing bad. So just explaining where we are with things and where we're thinking things are going to go. Are we going to have to slow down, etc., etc. But that's, you know, kind of what's on our mind just now. We're just being honest. We're always very positive, but gets to a point where you just keep looking at facts and thinking, we're pissing in the wind. That's how we are. Even the £250,000, after the marketing costs and all that on that 250k, that wasn't even really worth doing, to be honest. I think it didn't sell out by about 15,000 entries, which is a lot. But
Alina says motorhomes are different because they're a family thing, if you knows what I mean. But then we just done an instant win with Caravan, a Defender with a tent box and mountain bikes, and then there was a camper van / motorhome as the main prize, and it just did.
Worst selling competition we've ever done. Took a major hit on that one. So D McCarty Builders and Resin Barn Installation to the boys for it, says Meg. Happy days. But yeah, Monday thoughts, I can't put them on here. I'm a bit like that as well. Swore a couple of times today. Do apologise.
Well,
a lot going on.
I'm going to leave you with the Audi there pinned at the bottom. It goes tonight. Even if you think you don't want that car, there is a £43,000 cash alternative on the car. Beautiful, beautiful car. It's 99p to enter. There has been a text that is sent out. There's been an email sent out. But if you guys can interact with us on our posts, that would be absolutely fabulous. If you can follow us on all of our other social media platforms, that's also great, and it's also a big help. But we're going to stop whinging now. It is what it is. If the car doesn't sell, well, then guess what? I'm just going to keep the McLaren. I'm joking. But yeah, it's just a learning curve. Maybe we just need to go and start doing Skodas.
Yes, nothing wrong with Skodas, but they're a lot more affordable than that Audi Q7 and a McLaren that we put on the site. But,
right.
It's the same as motorhome and a Toronto, says Helena. Okay, Bounty, do a post and we'll share it. Cheers, Meg. Entries went on as soon as it was released. I love it, says Angie. Good luck. I'd take a car if I were a new car. There's a new car. Exactly, Lynette. Exactly. Good luck.
Right.
Guys, we'll see you tonight at 6 o'clock for the draws. Good
See
luck,
you at
everyone.
6 o'clock.